I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna start strong. I have absolutely no idea why I still post videos. Not a clue. I don't know why I'm still here. I don't need to be here, but I still post stuff. I don't even find it enjoyable anymore. There. I used to have so much passion and joy, and I would have so much fun making videos. Not even that long ago, which kind of brings me to like, maybe it's not like a video making type of deal. There's a lot of things going on into this feelings of mine, I guess, these feelings. One of them is, yes, there's not a lot of things I find enjoyable besides like walking my dog. That's something I have to work on my own though. Like I've been planning for like 3 years to see somebody about that. I just need to like actually call like a psychiatrist or whatever. We'll deal with that later. But even then, I used to really like making videos. And even the hard stuff, like the editing, I hate editing, guys. I hate it with a passion. I never hired someone to do it because I never made enough money. Like even at my biggest, years and years and years ago, making YouTube videos was like a hobby. I don't know if I really knew how to make it a career or what. I was just like having a good time doing it. Yeah, so I never hired an editor, but oh gosh, I hate it. I hate it so much. But even during that process of editing, I was still like, hell yeah, I'm making a video. This is awesome. I can't wait to post this. Yeah, I don't feel like that anymore. And you would think I'd be like, okay, I'm not really having fun, so maybe I'll just stop. But I can't. I can't stop. And I know, which is like, I post a video maybe every 2 to 3 to 4 months. So it's not like I'm like being very consistent about it. Fun fact, there is not a single day that I do not think about making a video and like I should be working on a video, and it's been a long time since I posted a video. Every single day for the past almost 10 years. And again, if you look through my history, maybe once every 3 months. But I'm still beating myself up every single day for not having something out. I don't know. It's not like I have a job. Like I have like a full-time job now. I don't like rely on this at all. This really isn't doing much for me. I don't really get paid for this anymore. I don't do it enough. Yeah, it's just like, but it's not even a hobby anymore either, you know? And another reason, this, by the way, obviously not scripted. I don't script a majority of my stuff, which I should, but I don't, especially for the rambly videos. This is just me venting, I guess. Where was I going with this? Oh my gosh, I keep rambling and then I lose where I'm going. Okay, where was I going? What I was trying to mention at some point was that my lack of passion for it is not the only reason why I don't, which is kind of crazy, by the way, because I've always liked making videos, like even as a kid, but it's not just my lack of passion. Okay, so one of the things, and I have been feeling like this for like years, and I never said anything because I'm like, times keep going, okay, things change. It's just how things happen naturally, so I'm not gonna really complain about it, but I've noticed more people talk about it, like more YouTubers. Now and then I don't... I should find some examples before I even like state stuff like that. I swear I remember people talking about this, that it's just not the same YouTube, you know? Like when I was growing up, YouTube was very much like a person sitting in front of a camera and talking about whatever, or maybe they'll collab with their friends, but they were just like, it was very simple. It was very just like, I don't know. It just felt like anyone could do it, and you didn't have to be like an editing genius, or like you didn't have to have all these resources. I just feel like, and I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers still out there like that. I'm sure, I just can't, I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they're out there. But everything just, with time, just felt like more and more produced, and then I just felt like I couldn't keep up, and I didn't want to do that. I don't even know what I was going for when I made this channel. I was pretty much just like, I guess I'll make some tutorials. But the thing is, I was never confident with my art, so I was only gonna make tutorials on things that I was like comfortable with, which were very, very simple things. And I was still wrong. Some of the advice I gave out was still wrong. You guys keep reminding me in the comments, which is fine, because I'm like, yeah, I look back and I'm like, maybe you can shade with black, actually. But at the time, that was what the advice was. I was just kind of like repeating what I was hearing, right? So I wasn't really like, I didn't want to do that long term. But then once I started getting a following, I was an art channel, and I was like, I love art. It's the one thing that I'm really into, but I don't know what to do with it. And then I felt really restricted with just posting art stuff. And then as content became more produced and stuff, I was like, what am I doing? Like, this isn't even entertaining. Who the heck is watching me? I'm boring. The stuff on the screen is boring. Who is here? I would think of videos. And there are so many things, by the way, like, especially back then, when you start doing this, suddenly everything that you do, you want to monetize. Like, I didn't want to pick up any new hobbies without recording it, you know? There are stories that I haven't told because I'm like, who's gonna watch this if I just sit in front of a camera and tell this story? Who's gonna watch that, right? Fun fact, last year, like, between the months of June to August of 2023, was it 2023 or 2022? Oh my gosh, it might have been 2022. I gotta look it up. I was cornered by a mountain lion while walking my dog by myself. And I had to stare down with this mountain lion. I legit thought I was gonna die. I'm not even kidding. I really, truly thought like that was the end. That I was gonna be mauled by a mountain lion. I was gonna die. And people were it's gonna take a while. Well, I think they wouldn't have taken too long to find me or my remains because it was on a pretty popular hiking trail. So I just didn't want my dog to die. Yeah, but I was legit terrified, and I still shake a little bit and when I think about it, and ever since then I don't go on any hikes by myself, which sucks because I really like that trail and I haven't gone back since. And I wanted to make a video about it because I'm like, this is an interesting story in my opinion. It's like the most interesting story about me. But then I was like, if I just sit in front of a camera and tell the story, nobody's gonna care about it. So maybe I'll like do an animatic or something. Maybe I'll do some illustrations for this story. I don't know. And then I just never came out with it because I just don't have the energy or time to do all of that. I just don't. And then now you never hear about it. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that's I don't know where I'm even going with any of this. Before, I didn't care about that. I would just post whatever, and then if people watched it, they did, and if they didn't, they didn't. And then now, it's just a me problem. I'm not gonna blame anybody else on this. It's just me. I should really look into myself to be like, hey, why is it that I don't want to post something if I don't think it's gonna get like an ounce of attention? Like, I should just post stuff if it makes me happy. But I guess it doesn't make me happy, so maybe that's why. I don't know. And then another reason why I haven't posted as much or as genuine as I feel like I should be posting. I don't even know if I'm going to include this in the video because I just feel like... Here's the thing. When I first had my channel and it was like growing and stuff back in the day, I was really excited about it. Of course I was. I was super excited. I was telling my family. I told like my friends. If I could go back in time, I would tell myself, girl, shut the fuck up. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell a single person in your real, like, personal life. Please trust me on this. I know it's super exciting and you want everyone to know. Just shut up. Keep your mouth closed. Because, and again, I don't know if I'm going to keep this part in the video because there are some people in my real life who might still watch me. And I know it comes from a place of, like, support. And you're just, like, you want to support me. And I feel that and I appreciate it, but the reason it was so much easier to post back then before anybody knew, because I in real life and like personal, if you met me in person, I'm very quiet. I don't talk to people. It's really hard for me to make any sort of like genuine friendship. I'm pretty much like an acquaintance to a lot of people, and then I'm just very closed off. And then when I started making YouTube videos, it was the internet, okay? I don't know any of you guys personally. It's just easier to talk to a camera and microphone to strangers on the internet. I would talk about whatever I felt like. I was my most genuine form of self on YouTube, which is so sad to say, but that's just how I am. I'm so sorry. Who am I apologizing to? And then I started telling everybody, and then and it's not like people were watching me but I didn't know. Like, people would tell me to my face, like, I saw your video, blah, 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 or, you know, like all that stuff, and it would just get to me, and I was like, okay, people are actually like in my real life are following what I'm doing, I can't talk about anything anymore. There are so many videos throughout the, God knows how, like, what is it? Has it been 8 years now? Through the 8 years that I wanted to make, that I never made because I didn't want people in my real life to learn those things about me. It just felt very, it was like YouTube was my diary, and then now I always had an audience, right? Like I always had like thousands of strangers hearing my deepest thoughts, but it was okay because I was okay telling them. Again, it's just different. It's like, I wasn't gonna meet you guys. I wasn't gonna meet anybody. I don't know. It was easier to talk to people that I don't know about my deepest feelings versus now that my family and friends watch me, I'm just not gonna talk about anything. And again, I feel so bad because, again, there's gonna be possibly family and friends who possibly still watch my stuff, and they're gonna hear that part and they might not feel good, or they feel like, I don't know, or maybe you're gonna be mad at me, and that's fine if you were mad at me. I get it. It's not anything personal, I swear. It's not because I don't love you. It's not because I don't love your support. I just don't want people who really care about to know too much about me. I don't know. It's a problem. I paid for therapy for like 2 or 3 years, and it was a total waste. Not because therapy is bad, but because I wouldn't even talk to my therapist. Like, it was so hard for me to mention anything to my therapist, okay? Even though that's literally her job, is to hear me out, and I was supposed to be like as open as I can possibly be. It was really hard to be open with her, and I was paying her to listen to me. It was so hard, guys. Yeah, I should go back, but I don't even journal, guys. I can't journal. I try to journal, and then I'm like, this is too much. Like, I'm getting too into my feelings, and then I stopped journaling for like a whole year. I journal once a year. The last time I wrote something in my journal like a couple weeks ago, I had to really force myself because, again, I still think about it now and then. And then I looked at my last entry, and it was from August of last year. I'm like, yeah, once a year. That sounds pretty me being like, it's okay to be vulnerable once a year. That's literally my whole life. Before YouTube, and then after it's back into it again. So, yeah, it's just not. Gosh. I want to tell specific stories, but I don't know if those people still watch. I don't think so. I think there's only like a very select few people who still watch my stuff in my like real life. I'm so sorry if this made you feel bad. You can still watch my stuff. Like, it's too late now. But oh my gosh. This has no topic. YouTube is different. I've been watching a lot of like the videos that I grew up on, like that were posted back in like 2014, 15, 16. And I was like, yeah, this is the YouTube I was watching when I was like, I want to make my own channel. And then now it's like, it's moved on. And again, that's totally fine because times change and entertainment changes and stuff like that. But it's just a personal problem for me to be like, well, if I want to be that kind of content, I can just make it, but I'm not making it, you know? So it's a me problem. I'm not gonna like, I don't know. It's just a whole YouTube environment feels weird. And again, probably just a personal problem, but it's just not like an environment that feels as welcoming, I guess. And doesn't feel, I don't know. It just feels like a majority of people who get into YouTube now solely do it because they are hoping to make money off of it, which is fine because you know, we kind of need money to survive. Like, I get it. I just do miss the times where it felt more like, I don't know, personality based, or like people hanging out with their friends or posting for fun, and then they just happened, you know, to gain a following. I don't know. Not that I was ever in that type. Anyways, it's not like I was ever in that community, so it doesn't really matter. By the time I was making YouTube videos, it was already kind of getting to where it is today. So, I mean, I can't really, I'm not any better, but I don't know. And you would think that I could just stop at any time, because why am I here? And it's not like I was ever very good at YouTube, by the way. Like, like companies who wanted to like sponsor me and stuff, I would get overwhelmed. And I didn't really have anyone to ask advice for. Like, yes, I could be reaching out to like other, you know, like YouTube people, right? Like YouTubers, to be like, hey, can I ask some advice for like this kind of stuff? But I don't reach out to people at all. I don't have any connections in YouTube at all. I really, like, I have like 2 people that I talk to sometimes, and I would we are not that close. Yeah. But especially back then, yeah, I didn't have anyone. I would just ignore them, okay? There are so many cool sponsors I could have had that I would ignore because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what my they'd be like, hey, how much would you like to get paid? And I'd be like, I don't know. And then I'd stop replying because it was too much. And they're also like how I mentioned, I didn't have anyone to reach out to. I had so many chances to reach out to people. I was invited to something where I could have met a lot of YouTubers that I like, you know, in the art community that I really admired. And I wanted to go so bad. I really did. I was so honored that I was even invited because I literally was a nobody. Like, this was in 2019 or something. Like, I wasn't even making views anymore at that point. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was still invited to this thing. And I wanted to go so bad. And I didn't because I was like, I'm going to go there and I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm going to be standing in the corner. And like, I'm not going to be, I just can't talk to people. And I just can't network. I'm so bad at that. And you need to, well, I guess you don't need to, but if you want to grow and stuff, you need to do a lot of networking and you need to, yeah, I was never good at that stuff. I still regret to this day not going. I think there were some pictures posted of that, I believe, of that event. It wasn't like a big event. It was just, I think it was I don't think it was like I don't know. It doesn't matter. To the person who invited me to that, by the way, which was an art YouTuber, or just a YouTuber who I really admired. I love her so much, and I don't want to say her name, and it doesn't really matter. I don't think she watches my stuff or anything, but to the person who did invite me to that, thank you so much. I'm so sorry I didn't go. I really, really admire you. I don't think she's gonna watch this, so it's fine. I'm not gonna say her by name. But yeah, I really regret a lot of things throughout my quote-unquote YouTube career that I just didn't take any advantage of. Like, I was just like, they're just, yeah. This wasn't made for me, I don't think. I just think that I was supposed to do this as a very low-key hobby, and then all of the attention in the beginning was just kind of a lot, and then I just never had any motivation to keep doing it. I don't have motivation to do a lot of things, okay? I can't keep up with things, like, ever, including YouTube. So, that was on me. Oh my gosh. And just to cover my bases, I'm not gonna say that I didn't have anyone to, like, go with, because there was one person who offered to go with me that I knew in real life, but I knew their interest wasn't really genuine, you know? Like, they didn't really care about what I did. So, I was like, in my head, I was like, I'd rather go by myself than go with you, which is really sad because this was a very important person in my life at the time. And then I didn't go because I was like, so yeah, I still could have gone and not been completely by myself standing in a corner, but I just didn't want to go with that person, so I just didn't go as well. But it wasn't because of that, it was because, again, I should have gone by myself and I really wanted to go by myself and I just couldn't do it because I knew I wasn't gonna talk to anyone. Like, realistically, if I would have gone, I probably would have stayed, like, I would have been stuck to the person who invited me, just because that's who I am as a person. If I don't know anybody, I'm going to be sticking to the person I know, and I know that's not fun. People throughout my life have never liked that, so I wasn't gonna chance that. And yeah, I was, nope. I'm feeling anxious, my socialness, oh god, I would have definitely, like, overanalyzed every single interaction I've had with every single person. Oh my gosh. See, this is why I don't do things, because I overanalyze. What could go wrong? Everything. You know, I'm rambling. I'm going between topics and topics, so I'm really sorry, but I used to have an ASMR channel. Does anybody know that? I made like 5 ASMR videos on my ASMR channel. I've liked ASMR since, it's been 10 years. It's been over 10 years since I've discovered ASMR. And I've always wanted to make my own, but I was like, I don't think I'd be any good at it, and it's just, I don't know. And then, so eventually I did try, like, I think it was like 2018 or something, 17, 18, 19, I don't know, when I made a separate channel, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it. I just want to try different things. And then I remember when I announced it, because I was like, I'm gonna see if any of my followers on my art channel want to follow me there. And I said, the thing, it's my fault for even thinking anyone would listen to me, so it's fine. But I remember saying, like, you know, I would prefer if people in my real life didn't follow my ASMR channel, because to me, I was embarrassed. I'm gonna be honest, ASMR is very tricky. Like, like most people in the community are like, yeah, ASMR is so cool, but people outside of it are like, that's really weird. That's like, people think it's like a sexual thing when it's not. Fine, whatever, like I can't, what? So I just didn't want people in my real life to be listening to me whispering into a mic and doing like all that stuff, right? Obviously they weren't gonna listen, and I knew they weren't. I just didn't expect multiple people that I knew in real life to come up to me and tell me that they like watch my ASMR stuff or follow me there. And I was like, cool. I mean, again, I knew you were gonna do it, I just didn't want to hear about it. So then I stopped posting on my ASMR channel, yay! And I haven't posted since, and I tried to delete it once, but then I think I almost deleted my main channel, and I was like, I'm just not gonna touch anything now. So it's still up, I just don't post. And it's fine, because I didn't make enough content or have enough subscribers for anyone to notice me stop posting, but like, yeah. I don't know, I guess that's it. I mean, I don't really know what to talk about. This was just me complaining, is that okay? Why am I asking for permission? This is literally my own channel. I can, like, why? Like, I should just post what I want to post, but I don't know what I want to post anymore. And then when I want to post something like this, I'm over here like, I hope people aren't mad at me. I know I'm complaining. I know I'm just being a big baby, okay? But I've been wanting to talk about this for literal years, and I've always put it off because I didn't want people to think I was complaining, but it's fine. It's my own channel. I can complain if I want to. If you don't want to watch it, it's fine. You could have just clicked out. It's like 20 minutes in by this point. I really gotta stop, so as usual, anyone who is still here, who's watching to this point, thank you so much. Don't know why you did that to yourself, but I really appreciate it. It's nice to be heard. Sorry for complaining, but hopefully it was a little bit entertaining. I will see you guys eventually. Bye-bye.